Hello, my friend. For those that you that don't know me, for those of you that do not know me, great start. I'm Beth. I would love to cordially and welcome you to the very first episode of Shift Beyond. So, if you are a nurse who is feeling tired, stuck, burnt out, or just quietly wondering, is this it? Is this all nursing is? Well, then you're in the right place. As I said, I'm Beth and I run, founded, CEO, everything of Australia's largest community for nurses who are exploring life and work beyond the bedside. And every week, I help thousands of nurses find clarity of what is possible for them. I help them build their confidence and I bring them career pathways and teach them how to get into it that they never even knew existed. But before we dive in, I'm just going to tell you something fun I'll be doing behind the scenes this week. So be sure to stay to watch it. But I'll save it for the end. Keep watching. A little more about me. I'm a clinical care coordinator currently. I work from home. It is wonderful. I registered as a nurse about 15 or so years ago. And after working in all sorts, I've sort of worked across aged care, education, chemotherapy, clinical trials. I've now moved into care coordination. So I'm someone that knows how to sort of sit in the middle of chaos and I connect the dots and I'm great at making sure that nothing falls through the cracks. Like many of you, I know about the emotional labor that nurses carry. And like so many of you, I myself hit a point where I thought, I love nursing, but I just can't keep doing this. And that's the moment when everything changed for me. And it's possible that everything can change for you. When I started exploring clinical nursing, I realized something. It wasn't that I lacked the skills, it wasn't that we lack skills. Our issue is that we lack translation. We know how to lead, we know how to coordinate, we know how to teach, we know how to problem solve, we know how to manage risk, we know how to communicate, we know how to sort of hold complexity. But the job ads that I look at, that nurses are capable of, aren't putting it in the terms of our clinical skills. So when we are looking at these job ads, so many of us are dismissing them as possible. So what I've started to do is help nurses translate those skills into sort of the language of governance, quality, digital health, education, research, industry. And when I say industry, I mean pharmaceutical industry. So what began as just a few conversations with some other nurses that I know has now turned into this huge community Australia-wide, and this community has now turned into a movement. So we are now Beyond Bedside, and now Shift Beyond is the largest space in Australia for nurses who want more clarity, more confidence, more options, more sustainability. So every week I support nurses who are ready for something different, and this is how I do it. I help them understand their clinical skills. I have resources that do that. I help them rewrite their CVs so they can get interviews. I help them explore the currently available remote and flexible roles available. We're building your confidence. I'm helping them see themselves as leaders, not just task doers. So I share this with my paid community, but I also have a free community, which within that, I have the Beyond Bedside Bulletin, which is a weekly curated job board and helping nurses explore clinical roles from all over Australia. This is where I share the jobs that nurses absolutely can do, the hidden gems, but where most of them make most of nurses say, wait, can I do this? It's because we're all expecting to see the nurse in a title for our next role, and that's where we're all going wrong. But really, the response has been huge. Thousands across Australia because nurses are hungry for support that feels human from someone that's done it, from someone that's doing it, and someone who understands. So, what I want to do today here is run through how to actually search for the job ads. Because a lot of people say, I just don't know what's possible. I can show you how to see what's possible for yourself. So this channel is going to help you learn about these non-clinical career pathways and how to find them. We'll talk at some point about CVs and interview guidance. I'll bring you some real stories of nurses who have shifted beyond skill translation tips. We'll look at specific remote and flexible job role breakdowns to help you apply for them. There'll be well-being and burnout recovery and the mindset shifts, which just make everything a little bit easier. Think of it like a tea room chat with somebody that gets it. Okay, so remember at the start of the video, I said I was going to give a little surprise. Well, here we go. Every week, I go hunting for my members. And I find remote roles, telehealth, quality, education, research, industry, just so many. And I put them up by tailored for each person that's within my membership. What I want to do is show you how to actually do it. So let me open up here and then I'll share my screen with you. Where did you go? Let's do share screen. Oh, goodness. Share screen. I want to show you. I'm going to put it as me as a little background. This one. Share. Okay. I'm hoping you can see this. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So we're going to start today on here. I did this week for my community. Let's just go just Adelaide. What I like about Seek is it remembers things. Let's have a look. I'm going to click here on healthcare medical. We can click on direct on research if we like. Let's look at some ones that let's do educator facilitator and let's just do pharma and see what this chucks at us. Oh, clinical project manager. This is for people with somewhat research experience. Oh, here's a good one. Clinical nurse educator. Let's have a little looky. Gosh, very humid here in Sydney today. Humid. Okay, here we go. Coordinate patient care. You can do that. Work closely with the nurse educator. So here we go. This one is for minimum 3 years. So where's my 5 years and unders at? Looks like a great role. There we go. Another one for you. Clinical specialist. Let's have a little looky at this one. Not bad pay. Super's on top of that and a lovely little car allowance and a lovely little bonus. So clinical specialist 12-month contract. Contracts can seem overwhelming if you want to, but it's a great way to know that if you've stepped into a new area that you're not overly familiar with, that perhaps it is, then you always have the option at the end of that to jump back into clinical nursing. Sorry, I'm too hot for hair down. So this one, you just need to be leading education training sessions. You need a nursing degree and upper registration. All of you have got that. Here we go, another clinical specialist. This looks like another great one. Attend surgical procedures, cute, and be like the real-time clinical and technical support. I love all of this. You're training surgeons and hospital staff on the products, tertiary qualifications, nursing. Great. Theatre experience that may feel funny for or not available to some of you, but anyone that's had theatre experience, this is really something you could look into. So you can see your medical device experience is not required. So they will upskill you based upon your theatre experience. Research coordinator. I did this for many years, loved it. Got sent around the world. Paris, Bangkok, Berlin. Did I go? New Zealand? For meetings. Absolutely love research coordination. Here we go. Look at this. Position will be based on site. It's full-time, but you could drop it down to 0.8. Okay, this one says clinical trials experience is essential. I applied for a role myself that said that and discussed around how I could make up for my deficit. So if you do apply for a clinical research coordinator role, please get in touch. I'll send you some top tips. Oh, I like a QC associate. This is looking, sorry, hello. Shall we poppy over to the Marina Bay Sands today? That would be fun. Um, we've got um, Bachelor of Science. Nurses, we've all got that. Communication. So this is a quality role. So where's their own little spiel? Um, you specialize, we offer storage distribution, looking for work within a growing business environment. Um, so you'll be based, it's non-lab based, non-product testing. That's great. So you'll be looking at compliance with SOPs. So it's essentially auditing in a non-clinical, um, non-patient focused environment. I know you can do this. What you see is you'll see QC, you'll see, I don't know, product returns, and it will feel like something that's not familiar, but it doesn't mean it's foreign and you are unable to do it. What it requires you is to sit with the ad, understand it, look at it in their wording, and see how you can apply your own experience to it. It takes some time. What you don't want to be doing is just flicking them off and saying, no, I can't do them. Let's look here. Oh, what's this quality associate? Full time. Yes, these are all in Adelaide just because I did it this week for my Beyond Bedside Bulletin, so I'm sticking with it. Key responsibilities. This one doesn't seem as good. Doesn't mean it's no. Let's keep going. See, not every win's a hit or whatever. Hit's a win. Clinical nurse educator. That's great. It looks like it's working in clinical setting, but another educator role. Ooh, product specialist. I love these. So this is developing key relationships. We know how to do that. If nurses can do anything, it's to connect with each other and the multidisciplinary team. And there will be sales discussions. And you'll be initiating discussions with customers about the new products. So here we go. This is about you. Thirst for knowledge, goals oriented. These sort of product specialist roles are a great way to gain experience to then launch off that into other roles within pharma. I love it. So these are all pretty good. Let me just see what else we've got. Oh, quality and clinical education business partner. Another quality one. Systems educator. This would be great to training on, let me just see. Lots of clinical educator roles, isn't there? This is asking for an EN as well. So lots of opportunities for ENs outside of this. So this is sorry, lots of opportunities for ENs outside of the clinical setting as well. This is educating training on systems. So this is great. Registration for APRA as a health professional, strong communication and presentation skills. Training, all willingness to attain would be an advantage. Yes, they want it. Obviously, you would say you're super keen in interview. Registered nurse educators, so many nurse educators. I'm not even going to get into them. Territory manager, which is sort of a step up from a product specialist, so that you would need that sort of experience to get into these territory management roles. Infection control. Oh, gosh, that would be an interesting job. All right, I'm not going to go on. I've done a whole page there. Do you see? You pick up what I'm putting down. There are lots of opportunities available to you. And within my membership, I bring them to everyone. I find out where you live and what you're sort of keen on, and I can bring them to you. And it's not just bringing you the jobs. Then you have the resources to help you translate your clinical skills for your applications. Then you can move into the interview guide and start working on that as well. Then you can go down into the negotiation resources to help you get the most moolah once you start your new job, because we're not in award territory anymore for most of these jobs. So it's not hard, but you need the steps. And I have them all here for whoever is ready to do it. As you can see, lots of opportunities. You can do it. I'm going to stop sharing, bring my little face up here to say goodbye, and I'll see you soon.